Hey everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we are looking at a few daily journal ideas. So I filmed this oh my gosh, way back, but I never got to share it. So I am going to be flipping through a bunch of my old daily journals. I think some are from 2022 and some from this year as well, but it's a simple flip through, but I just want to talk about some ideas that we have, or I have, that I wanted to share with you all. So this is volume 28, as you can see, and this journal spread, I think this is it's around, actually no, this is not COVID. Well, this is not the thick of COVID, but I thought I had COVID during that time, but it was negative. I didn't have it. And I really like using the transparency and playing around with that using vellum. As you all know, I love vellum, but I haven't used it as much in my journal spreads, but that's another tip to use, as well as tip-ins. There's a lot of tip-ins here using different date systems. These are all tearaway calendar sheets. This is from the Typodarium 2022 calendar. It's actually a really lovely calendar, which features different fonts and different typefaces, which is nice if you like geeking out about fonts. This was a fun journal spread using a bunch of my Secret Santa gifts from Jess. I think I finally used some of the stationery that I got in January, even though I received that in 2021. This was a fun Hobonichi. I think I drew the Hobonichi manga and I case, because that's when I received that pouch that I love. And I think this was also for a sponsored post for Plotter back in the day when I think April reached out to me and I ended up doing a little post for them. I wasn't paid, obviously, but I got a free pen. And then this was a fun tip in that I really liked. This was some mail that I received, and I was so excited because it fit exactly in my TN. It's from Petra, and it fit exactly in there. This is I remember journaling about this. I was really not excited to journal about that package because it's from my friends in Korea and I miss them so much. They're based in South Africa now, and it's hard to journal about something, so I finally journaled about it, even though that was from 2018. This was from a little media page. Honestly, I really like this spread a lot. This was from obviously Aquarius season. I think I used this from the Typodarium calendar as well. I want to use that tearaway calendar sheet again. And then I weirdly made a Happy New Year prompt type what is it called, resolution page, but I never really stuck to it. Oops. This is when I started watching Euphoria, and this is when I started using my typewriter a lot more for journal spreads. This one was when I bought my dad shoes. These were the New Balance 550s that I think everyone has. They're really comfy. I really like them. I haven't worn them in a while since I didn't bring them with me on my move. This was a fun spread. I remember making this because this was a paper bag from Nita, and I just cut around it and just journaled in that similar vibe. This is a lot of tip-ins. And yeah, I think for me, I wanted to show this video because unlike my current state of journaling, I feel a little bit stuck, and it's nice to flip through old journals to see what you were doing in the past, and so you can kind of reinvent yourself and do those things again, or reincorporate those things that you did before. This was this when I hit 1K followers on Twitch. I think we had some soju that day too. This one, my two-way bag from TSL. Unfortunately, it's broken, and I haven't gotten it fixed, but it's in Vancouver, so I'll probably get to it at some point. Lots of mini photos. I think that's one thing that I really liked in this insert. I made a lot of tiny photos. They are thumbprint size, basically, because I don't want the photo to take over the full spread. This is when I tried playing around with maps in a journal, and I really liked how this turned out. That was I think when I visited Buchan's. I think this was the end of the spread, because this is the end of the California spread. I need to use one of these again because this is a lovely insert, and it is obviously a TRC USA exclusive. We are moving on to volume 29. You can see I'm trying to like figure out what to do with how to open it. I know how to open my TN obviously, but when I'm filming, I'm like, how do I make it look aesthetic? And it never looks good. This one I used my special Mr. Softy insert. I'm really big about using these limited edition inserts because what's the point of keeping it if it's just gonna like rot and like casually sit there in your collection and collecting dust? Might as well use it, and then when you flip through it, it's filled with memories, right? But yeah, I think wait, was this a Mr. Softy collab? Why is it? Oh, never mind. I don't know if this is a Mr. Soft. I think I actually just MacGyvered it and put a whole bunch of different papers in it. Cool. Well, there's black paper and some craft paper. More TSL bag content. I really like this insert. I remember vividly getting my Hemi gouache around this time in 2022 and falling in love with it. This is one of my favorite journal spreads ever. It's like manual graphic design. You can see that I use the typewriter to type on top of those photos, which I thought was really cool. And then this is like a fun, very striking spread. The green and yellow on black is very bright. And then this is, I was playing around with white stamping ink and it looks so good. I need to journal like this again. I'm getting very inspired. See, this is where you can tell that I started painting and trying to figure out how to use gouache. So a lot of these doodles were, I was just starting out. I'm trying to be more, to have a little bit more grace with myself because they don't look that bad actually. But yeah, this is like a multi-level tip-in. Love that for me. See, actually, the gouache isn't that bad. Good job, Job. And then I feel like this one, the Bibimbap spread, is when I kind of felt a little bit more comfortable using it. And now I've been scared to use gouache again because I feel like I've lost a little bit of this style of painting, and I need to learn how to redo it because like any other skill, you have to practice all the time, and I haven't been practicing all the time, so that's my fault. See, I like how this turned out too when you had skewers, like chicken skewers. Like I really like this paint style. Like there's no I think this is when I stopped doing line inking. Like this is just me and the gouache. This is a fun journal spread. This is when I got Inaho. This has been perpetually inked in my Pilot Custom 823, and I wonder, this is actually a really fun one. The Halo Halo. Halo Halo is like bingsu or like a shaved ice. It's Filipino, and I really liked how I painted that. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've topped myself. I can't paint like this anymore. And then this painting page, I remember doing this. I'm like, I don't really like it. But the double quarter pounder spread, I think it turned out pretty cool. There's something about the paint style here that's very like, it's not super rendered out, but you get like, that form of it. This is when I got my iridescent pearl Kaweko, and I made this journal spread about it. I actually really enjoyed this too. This looks like some customs information. I think I received a package probably. Oh yeah, playing with some black stamping ink. So fun. I love stamping on white with white ink on black paper. I need to do this again. This was my first Jollibee experience in Canada. Got my TSL tool pouch during that time, and wow, I actually, look, I haven't used that in a while too. It's back in Canada. Miss it. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. Like, look at that hand. I remember painting this, and I feel like it took me forever. And then one of my favorite spreads again, just like white like pen or gel pen on black paper looks so good. This is, I think, a cutout from a Galen Leather postcard. This was a sad day. This is when one of my favorite boy groups of all time, actually, Newest, disbanded, and I was so sad. Stan OT5, I miss them. but I still love, following K-pop, and every time there's a disbandment, it's really sad. I think this is the last paint doodle, and then I stopped. Oh, no, never mind. There was the turning red spread. Oh, I like how this turned out too. The texture on the fur was fun, and I don't think I'll ever be able to paint like this ever again. I'm not being negative. I'm just actually no, I shouldn't say that. I'll be able to paint like this. I need to say positive things so that'll come true. This is more of a collage spread. This is very chaotic, but I like that pink and green combo, honestly. It's a little much, but I like it. And then I was really leaning into the Typodarium calendar here. And this is my best friend and my mom's birthday. Yay! And then lots of tip-ins here. I think this is the last page. Oh, this is like triple tip. Whoa, this is from my friend Kat. And I don't know why there were birthday cards here. Oh, I think I ended up just putting some of these things that I've been holding onto from friends, and I finally just adhered onto a notebook because I was like, I don't want to let go of it, but it's better to put it into a journal. And yeah, that's my Mr. Softy collab insert that has a million different inserts in it. Next up, oh, this is another limited edition. Dang, this is the Moomin regular size insert, and I guess I just went for it. I love it. Past Job was bold. I need to be like this again. And I got my Cherry Blossom Nakameguro charm back then. Love this sticker from Fight Club. I didn't go to New York, but my friend got that for me. Actually, a coworker and friend got it for me. This was a little, I don't know. I don't really like all these paintings. They're just, you can tell I was trying to figure out how to use watercolor again, and I was not understanding. I like this matcha latte though. Fun day because I got my favorite tripod, which I repurchased because the other one broke. I guess it shouldn't be my favorite because it broke. But I'm still using it. Though, big day. Picked up all 4 of the limited sets. Lost a lot of money, but gained a lot of happiness that day. I like the baked brie here and the charcuterie. Oh my gosh, charcuterie board. Charcuterie board. Little urban sketch. I remember doing this and I was like, I don't know if I like it. And then this one I got to work with Zig Clean Colored Dots. For that release, that was fun. I got some Happy Meal from Judy, and I used a bunch of their freebies and from the Happy Meal, and I tried to do some washi art. This one was a video. I think this was not in the video, but that was for Mother's Day. This is when Brian and Denise visited. Oh my gosh, wow. I miss them. I want to visit them. This is when I start buying Heartstopper. This is when I thought I had COVID again, and this is when I tried to be like Jane the Crazy, and didn't turn out well, but I loved the freeness of that spread, and I want to emulate that more. I love these flowers. I need to do a spread with just like random flowers everywhere. I think this was all done at a cafe, which was very impressive because I usually don't finish a journal spread in there. Again, I love these little thumbnail photos. This was fun because I just used scrap things for that spread, like scrap papers, stamps, like packaging. This was, I ended up just writing my journal there. This is when I received my Art Toolkit XTRC palette, and I really, I don't use the La Dolce Vita a lot, but dang, they look good. I might have to add more to my collection. More Happy Meal. Also really love this tip, and you'll see in a bit. It's from Annie. It was really fun journaling in this kind of like diamond square. It was really fun. This is when I first started my Receiptified journey, and I haven't stopped doing it ever since. And I think I got some stuff from, Zig Kuretake, and then a photo booth sticker with me in it. And I think that was from Ian the Paper Sparrow. And that is number 30, volume 30. And this is the last insert I'm going to show you. I hope you guys are getting ideas. Excuse the sound as well, because I am overheating here, and I am recording this underneath a blanket to muffle the noise, but you can probably still hear everything because I'm doing laundry. This is my Art Toolkit palette. I remember this month I used all of my extra money from like Job's journal and like YouTube AdSense, and I splurged and built my dream watercolor palette. So this is when I got back into watercolor, you can tell. And I really like how this turned out. This is also one of my favorite inserts. This is a watercolor paper insert from an artist that I love, C Points. They do a lot of like male like illustration fashion, like not really fashion, kind of fashiony illustrations. Super cool. I'm very inspired by them and their illustration style. Again, Receiptify. And this is when I journaled on my laptop because I was so behind and I wanted to just print off my memories quickly. Love how this spread turned out. I tried to do a scratch and sniff. Also, RIP Whitewood Coffee. This cafe is gone now. It closed. It's on Oak Street, but it's gone. But I started using this fragrance oil from, it's not from cotton, I forgot what it is, but it's the amber scent. It smells so good. I'm almost out of it because my sister ended up stealing a bit of it because it smells that good. Actually, she's been using it. I don't think I brought it with me to America. And then that's when I got my Absence Studio tote, and there was like a tear in it and I wasn't very happy with it. Overall, still not the biggest fan of that tote, even though it looks freaking good. And this is when I met Techo Vaitori. We met and got coffee, and then we went to Chickpea, which is one of my favorite like vegan restaurants in Vancouver, and that looks yummy. I want to go. I think I met with my friend Alex that day to go to another coffee shop. That was fun. Didn't buy anything, but I did buy these New Balance Made in USA shoes. I love the Made in USA line. It's designed by Teddy Santis, who is the creative director of Aimé Leon Dore, which is a brand that I enjoy. I don't think I own anything. Oh no, I do own one thing from them, but I love their brand and I love him as a creative director. So that was a fun pair of shoes to pick up. And then this is when I went to the BT21 pop-up in Metrotown and had Maze Soba for the first time. And I actually really like this thread. It's me hugging Tata. Tata is my favorite, and V is my favorite member of BTS, if you didn't know. And then that concludes this insert. I hope you enjoyed watching this and gained, some ideas for your daily journal. You can tell that I really get a lot out of this too, because I realize, there's different techniques that I can incorporate into my current journaling style right now. And although there might be some differences, it's still cool to, use and try different techniques to marry the past and the present to, I guess, further evolve your journaling style. Okay, that's it for me, friends. I will see you in the next one. I love you. Bye-bye.